Afternoon and good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube channel and Coffee Stream episode 523. Today it is, of course, our episode of Blindness and Media, and we are taking a bit of a jump from the 40s to the 80s. We are going to be watching an episode of Matlock today. Matlock! Yes, I did have to do that on Twitter. I did. So we're gonna get to that in just a second here. I hope everyone had a good weekend and is having a good Monday. It's finally, well, it was finally warm enough to wear no coat at all yesterday. I took the kids to the park and we all just went out in our shirts. It was incredible. And today it's still fairly warm, but it's rainy. So, but hey, you know what? Rain better than snow, I always say. So I hope everyone is having a good day. Pincalo and I are kind of watching the Johnny Depp trial still. Cross just finished on Johnny Depp, so I think redirect will start after lunch. But while the lunch break is happening, you guys can hang out with me and watch Matlock. Okay, I already did that. It's not funny anymore. So today is we're gonna watch an episode called Blind Justice, and I did finally actually find the episode. Somebody has them posted up on YouTube. So, because I couldn't get Deja Vu TV working. So, yeah, we're gonna use YouTube. So I do hope the video quality is okay. The audio quality is fine, but I hope the video quality is all right. Hello, Costin. Welcome to the show. I'm glad you're here. Okay. So without further ado, we are going to get the screen shared and we are going to start watching Matlock. This episode is called Blind Justice. The summary of it is a man who, he's blinded by his business partner, and then his business partner like steals his girl from him. So the blind man ends up killing the business partner, I guess, is the synopsis here. So we're gonna take a look at this episode called Blind Justice from season 2, episode 3 of Matlock. Now let's get this full screen here for you guys. Lock. Oh, good. No intro song. Okay, good. So that's the setup. We've got the Arthur is the blind guy. Clay is the victim. Andrea is the red herring, the lady who is being accused. Michelle is Andrea's friend / Ben Matlock's love interest. And we have our exposition. Let's see how this. I've seen this episode before in Describe Video. And I like how they've kind of made the blind guy, like you can't really tell. I think I kind of like that, because a lot of times with blind people, like, you can't tell. There are a lot of times when, especially if they have just enough usable vision not to use a cane, or if they were like me as a kid and refused to use a cane and just used their ears and listened to where they went. It's very hard sometimes to tell. It's not always, obvious that there's a blind person there. And I kind of like that they did it this way with Arthur, the actual guy. So that's how he became blind. So fucking Clay was driving drunk and he hit a tree, and I guess either through brain damage or what have you, Arthur lost his sight and he became a sculptor. I'm halfway expecting him to start fighting with the guy. Hey, spittle buggies. So Clay is not looking like a very nice man. I mean, not very nice people shouldn't deserve to die just because they're assholes, but still, Clay is not looking. So here we have the stereotypical he's feeling the face and whatever, but this makes a bit more sense because he is sculpting. So this, I would say, is acceptable. Blind people touching face. And also, he even says, I'll even back it up for you guys. As he says,
first I hated doing this.
Yeah. At first I hated doing this, which makes sense, right? But
and then I realized doing this.
And as an artist, like from an artist's perspective, that makes sense. If you're going to be a blind sculptor, to touch your media, or not your medium, to touch your subject makes sense. That's not, I would not call that a blindy stereotype in Hollywood. I would call that actually pretty good character building for me. That's in my opinion. Is to kind of show different depictions of blindness and disability in the media and kind of show and prove all of the activists wrong that there has been like little to no disability portrayal in media until recently. Because if you look into disability activism, especially for representation in media, quite a few people would have you believe that until about 2010 there was no disability representation, and it's very disingenuous. And then when you call them out on it, then they go, oh well, there was no accurate representation. And I was like, okay, well, which is it, first of all? And second of all, you got to start somewhere. And if you actually do your homework, you'd be surprised at how much homework they did in character writing and the actors that play these characters, or in fact hiring the disabled actors that have been in Hollywood for quite some time. Like Marlee Matlin, Peter Dinklage, stuff like that. Like, come on. It's like, really? And yes, there should be more disabled actors, but like, just, yeah. Actor who played Arthur. Oh, yes, please do. Now I'm curious. Who played Arthur in the episode Blind Justice of Matlock?
Okay. Matlock, Blind Justice, TV episode 19, Blind Justice, Matlock season 2, episode 3, Vertical Line TV Maze, episode info, Matlock, websites, Matlock, Blind Justice.
Let's see. IMDb for the win. Yes, I know Andy. Yeah. Where is it? David Ogden Stiers. That's what I thought. That's who I thought it was. I figured it was. It's Charles Emerson Winchester III. That's who Arthur is. Which makes sense because you can hear it in his voice. This again is a very competent. Like I like how they wrote this guy. They make him, like, even though he's the villain in the end, they make him seem like he wants to be independent. He wants to, even though he lost his sight because his best friend was an asshole and drove drunk, and he was an idiot and got in a car with a drunk guy, like, he wants to move on with his life and, like, do art and all this stuff. And yeah, it's I like the way that this guy is written. You may have to wear this on Twitch, but Scent of Woman was wonderful, and the main character was blind. Okay, I'll do that. I'll take a look at that. Anyone know who the detective is? He's a good actor. I don't know. Grillin' Pirate Pete, not believing a blind martial artist. Never watched kung fu movies, I guess.
Clay Graham's home.
Why did he have? Did Matlock seriously have a look on his face like, what do you mean you were reading?
Just before he was murdered.
And see, this is where the good character writing comes in, because this guy is obviously he wants to be very independent. He's a very intelligent guy, and he's intelligent enough to know that everyone around him thinks that there's no way the blind man could have killed anybody, let alone his best friend. And, like, they're flabbergasted that he's a sculptor and that he's reading Braille and that he's teaching himself how to get to the witness box and everything. He's playing on those sympathies and those ideas. That is, again, a very well developed character. And I will say that there are definitely blind people in the blindness community that absolutely take advantage of sighted people's misconceptions of blindness. Absolutely take advantage of it.
You were quite a mark. Are these the
Does he have fake eyes? I can't remember. If I may, some people might not think of a blind person reading Braille as actually reading. True. That's true. This blind artist uses clay as his medium, constantly reminding himself of clay being drunk. Oh, good catch. Good catch, Spittlebuggies. No fake eyes or makeup. Okay, so it's just David. I'm not that I like that, because that is a thing that I have noticed on people, that, like, I can tell somebody by their scent, and it's not like a superhuman, like, I can smell them from a mile away type of thing. But it is, like this guy, if you're in a room and you I recognize that perfume from the other day, like that is a thing. That is a thing. Very well. It was Matlock's Blind Justice. And again, I really like how David Ogden Stiers portrayed the blind man. I like how he was written. I like how the other characters interacted with him. This, to me, for the 80s, is a pretty good representation of a blind guy or a blind person. I think for its time, it's pretty good, I think. So that's and as I was pointing out during the episode, yes, David Ogden Stiers died a couple of years back. Identical to the one he's wearing. Oh, good. So yeah, it's, as I pointed out during the episode, there were different things that, were good and were bad, but at all overall, I thought that this representation of blindness was pretty good. I think they did a good job. Did it pretty respectfully. Did it, and David Ogden Stiers is always a great choice for acting in general. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was really fun. Canadian Wednesday is happening this week. And this coming Saturday, we will be doing episode 9 of Picard, which means there's only 2 more episodes left. There's episode 9 and episode 10 of this season. So that will be exciting. So be sure to catch all of that. And I might possibly be adding an extra Twitch stream on Tuesdays, but I'm not sure. I'll have to figure that out. So thank you all for watching. I hope you guys have a good afternoon, and I hope you guys enjoyed the show. And thank you, Maddie, for that Columbo suggestion. Next Monday, we're going to be looking at another Shadow episode. This one is not about blindness. This one is about a guy. The villain is in a wheelchair. He's quadriplegic, and he has a deaf and mute valet. So that is what we're going to be looking at next week about disability representation. And then the week after that, we're going to look at the Columbo episode that Maddie suggested. So those are our next 2 media and disability episodes. I hope you guys have a good day. I'll see you back here on Wednesday. Bye, guys.